Yeah, we on that time. 60 on the board, now we start that climb. Get ready, get set, yeah, the moment's now. When it hits zero, we gon' show you how. Run! Yeah. Yeah. 50 seconds, feel the energy rise. Heartbeat fast, yeah, you feel that vibe. Lights get bright, yeah, the stage gets set. We ain't even started, but you ain't ready yet. 40 on the clock, now we pick up pace. Every second count, yeah, we in that race. Crowd tuned in, yeah, they locked in tight. Whole room buzzing, yeah, we taking flight. Yeah, 30 seconds left, now we turn it up. No slowing down, gotta fill that cup. Energy peaking, yeah, it's building fast. Blink one time, might miss that blast. 40 on the clock, yeah, we feel to the heat. Baseline knocking, got you out your seat. Hands go up, yeah, we ready to go. Whole vibe shift when we hit that flow. 10, 9, feel that energy climb. 8, 7, yeah, it's almost time. 6, 5, yeah, we live right now. 4, 3, let me hear that crowd. 2. Steve on the mic, yeah, the nurse got skill. Break it down smooth, keep the whole squad chill. Talking about kidneys, yeah, we keep them on track. If your numbers off balance, he gon' bring them right back. Got the wisdom on deck, no stress, just facts. Hydration, motivation every time he reacts. From the clinic hallway to your podcast feed, dropping gems so fresh, yeah, that's all you need. Stevethekidneynurse, yeah, you know the name. Keep your body in check, yeah, we play no games. Real talk, real health, yeah, we keep it pure. Tap in right now, Stevethekidneynurse, yeah. Stevethekidneynurse, yeah. Stevethekidneynurse.
Welcome, and I mean welcome, to a special episode of Dialysis Life with Stevethekidneynurse, where we bring real conversations, real caregivers, and real stories that matter. Good evening and welcome. Let me tell you, I pulled a rabbit out of my hat. Seriously, today panel is one that speaks directly to the heart of caregiving, partnership, and resilience. We're joined by two caregiver couples who knows firsthand what it means to have kidney disease change daily life, relationship routines, and the way love shows up under pressure. Now, let me give you one's couple experience. Wait a minute. Let me find it. Here we go. So our first couple, Angel and Gilbert Hall, from B-More, right outside of D.C. Yeah, but from Baltimore, Maryland, are entrepreneurs, creators, and the voices behind Gilbert's journey. Now, after Gilbert's life changed with kidney failure, dialysis, and nearly vision loss, they began sharing their story openly to educate, encourage, and inspire others. Now, I really appreciate that because you don't see enough of that. Now, our second couple, Yetha and Chris, let me show you their video.
And you cannot go live right now.
shit. What's going on, everybody? What's going on in the world?
Too much going on.
What's going on? We made it to the appointment on time. There's a lot going on. It kind of smelled like shit, and I looked at my shoe to see if I stepped on shit. Today is a very special day for Christopher. He is getting his hemodialysis catheter removed today. Woohoo! You excited?
Sure.
Very low energy, but we're excited. What are we doing now?
We are waiting to be called.
He's in pain right now, but it is out.
This is it right here.
Souvenir. Oh man.
You gotta go closer to that.
I don't want to. This is what was in him.
Jesus. There's still some blood in there, so it might clot. She said, that's the suture that was connected to me. That's the cuff that they had to rip like my flesh off of it. And it goes all the way down. We free.
How does it feel? Well, you'll feel better.
Feels good.
Feel better in the next couple days.
I'm out.
Alright guys, we are officially done. The appointment was at 2 and it's currently 2:30.
That's fast.
That was pretty fast. So we got that hemo catheter removed. This is just one step closer to getting our kidney transplant, right? So for anybody out there that is going through this process, this is just a reminder to let you know you're not alone, and keep your head up, love on your people, and just know that, you know, it takes time, right? We're getting closer to that kidney, right?
We are.
Yeah, so keep praying, love on your people, and yeah, let's go.
So our second couple, Yetha and Chris out of Florida, is also living this reality in a very real way. As Chris navigates kidney failure and peritoneal dialysis, both Yetha and Chris are adjusting to a life now that revolves around treatment, energy, food, hydration, and planning ahead. Now, today, we're going to talk about caregiving, communication, advocacy, love, burnout, hope, and how these couples continue to keep living even when life looks nothing like they expected. So let's get into it. But, you know, before we bring our couples out, I would like to acknowledge our show sponsor, Renodale by Kibo Biotech. And you see the ticker going up that followers of Steve the Kidney Nurse get $10 off at the discount by putting the discount code STKN at checkout. Now, let me tell you about this product. Again, it's sponsored by Kibo Biotech, and it's a probiotic, right, that sits in your gut, and over time it builds up good bacteria colonies that digest the bad bacteria and toxin and kind of eliminate it out, you know, when you take a poop. It's basically like a binder. So supporters of the show get $10 off if you want to try the product, but do your research. Now, let me also go over that the information shared on this broadcast is not intended or implied to be used for medical advice, right? If you got any questions on that, please. You can't hear? Hold on. One of my guests said they can't hear, so hopefully, okay. So hopefully she can. If not, then I'll have her sign off and come back on. Hold on. So, with that being said, right? We're going to get ready to bring our guests on. Again, this is going to be a show that you want to share this broadcast and bring other people on. So with that being said, let me welcome our first guests, Yetha and Chris. Let me give them the VIP welcome. Hold up, here we go. Hey, Chris, Yetha, how y'all doing?
Good.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. Before I bring up our next couple, Yetha, tell me, when you saw that video, what did it bring back any memories to you? What did that mean to you to see that video, you and Chris walk in to get that catheter poured out? How special was that for you?
That was actually really special because it let us know like how far we've come. Because that was like maybe a month or two ago, and we've come really far.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, that day it was crazy. Like that, honestly, that was the second hemodialysis catheter that I had in my chest. But getting that removed, just like she said, one step closer to that kidney transplant, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Chris, one question I want to ask before I bring up our next couple. Let me find it. When you
You're muted.
You're muted. You went on mute.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
When you see that picture right there, you and Yetha, what does that bring back to you?
I love that
What
picture.
memories?
And it's funny because we don't have a lot of pictures, like for some reason like that, but I really love that picture. And I was going through dialysis in that picture as well. You can't even tell.
Right. Oh, you was.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. That's a very nice picture of the two of you. So I want to bring up our next couple, Angel and Gilbert. Let me give them the same treatment I gave y'all. Hi, Angel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Woo! Thank you, Jesus. How's everything?
Good.
Good. So, Angel, when you saw that video that I showed of you and Gilbert, what does that bring back for you?
A lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of love. So.
Was Gilbert on dialysis when y'all got married?
No, we didn't know anything about that until about 13 months later.
Wow. So you at that day you had no idea that kidney failure would be knocking on your door.
No.
Mm-hmm. So let me start by asking, and we'll start with you, Yetha and Chris. When you hear the phrase "new faces of dialysis caregivers," what does that mean to you?
So that's a tough one because new faces, it's just like it's a brand new life. This was life changing. This only happened over 2 years ago. So for me, it's just like a new beginning, which is unfortunate, but I would just say, life changing and just a new beginning.
How about you, Yetha?
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that this only happens to a certain age group of people. So when I hear new faces, I just think of like this is also affecting like the younger community, and us sharing our story publicly. That's something new that not a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, we got Gilbert. What's going on, Gilbert?
Man,
What's
how's
up,
it
soldier?
going? How you
B-boy in
feeling?
the house.
Yes,
B-boy.
indeed. How
What
y'all
side? Where
doing?
you? East side or west?
West Baltimore, baby.
Okay, West Baltimore. Okay, Fulton Avenue,
Yes, indeed.
White Lock, Jewett Park. No, I just can't.
You already ran down the street, Fulton Avenue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. As I told your wife, Angel, thank you for coming on and sharing your journey. I see you a lot on Facebook through Angel's posting, and it's really inspirational. So, Angel, I'll ask you and Gilbert, when you hear the phrase "new faces of dialysis caregivers," because I was watching some of your videos, Angel, and you said you don't consider yourself a caregiver, but a wife.
Mm.
So when you hear that phrase, new faces of dialysis caregivers, what does that mean to you?
You asking me or you asking
I'm
Gilbert?
asking both of y'all.
What do you feel?
I mean, like the young lady just said, it's just like now it's like a couple younger people that I'm seeing on dialysis. When I went into the Vita, I started seeing younger people. I wasn't expecting to see people like younger than me, and I'm 40, but I still consider myself to be young. And it's like, what we doing in here? Like it's just sad, man. It's just a change. I'm used to seeing older folks going through different complications, hearing them going through dialysis, and for me to be on there, and it's like, dang, man, I felt so young and thought I was healthy, and just like that, stuff just changed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, when you hear that, does that phrase feel personal to you?
Does it feel personal to me?
Yeah.
As far as the caregiving side, I mean, that would be Etha, but it's a little personal. I mean, it's part of life now. Just like he said, like it hit me out of nowhere. Like you walk into the dialysis center and there's nothing but older people there. And for me, actually, I was the youngest person there. So
Yeah.
I would go in there, all the nurses would be like, "What are you doing here? Why are you here?" It's like, "You're so young. You're so young." Every single time I hear it, even to this day, I still hear
Yep.
it. Yeah, I'll say it's pretty personal.
Wow. Angel, this question's for you because you do a lot of posting, and I admire that. I saw you talk about wearing the mask, how the staff constantly asks repeated questions, how you feel, this and that. That's part of our assessment. But what do you want people to understand about modern caregiving?
Hmm. It's not for the weak. It's definitely not for the weak. I can definitely say that. What else? Um, a lot of people, even if they're not us, they don't understand what we're going through, and it's a little bit of a hard journey. So
Because look, let's be honest. You know, at the clinic you probably go to, there's probably not many spouses that are advocating for their spouse as hard as you do. And
no.
so that's why I asked, because you, like the content you put out, I mean, I've I've been doing this since 2014, advocating. And I never seen a spouse go that hard on social media uh, for their loved one when it comes to, particular disease such as kidney disease. Maybe, looking for a kidney, but you take people through a lot of the steps, and you're very open, you and Gilbert, with sharing what he's dealing with in this journey, from going to get his eyes checked, and or to sharing about the jaundice, and asking him to share, let people see the yellow in his eyes.
Mm.
I mean, if like, what would you like for other people who are going through what you're going through but don't know how to advocate for their loved one because they don't understand the disease? What would you want them to know about caregiving?
You got to speak up sometimes. Like it's sometimes the other one may not speak up about it. Like he wasn't saying anything about the yellow in his eyes. He wasn't saying a lot of things about um just a lot of things that was going on with him. He wasn't mentioning it. So as a wife or a caregiver, um just being just seeing the things that I'm seeing, like is helping me to help him. So
Mm,
just paying attention, basically, paying attention, understanding, asking questions, and just being continuously educated.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then one more question. Then I got a question for Yetha. When you ask, I'm sure you ask a lot of questions. When you do that at the staff, do you ever get a feeling that they think you're asking too many questions, or do you ever get the sense that they think you're bothering them?
Some
I'm
of the
talking about the
staffers.
dialysis staff.
If you haven't caught my videos, if you look at some of the last ones, they're very rude. They're not all of them, but there are some that are very, very rude. I'm going to say a facility administrator had to pull them up the other day because I don't bother them, but they just feel like they don't know what I'm doing. So what I was told was they didn't understand what I was doing. They didn't understand the type of videos. They didn't know if I was in the videos. And it was all about what was about them. They didn't ask to, like, some of them didn't ask what I was doing, but I never put anyone on camera, as you see. Anybody that was on camera, even their hands, they gave me permission. But because of that, because of me advocating for my husband, I get a lot of pushback, and it's so heartbreaking. It really is, and it makes me feel uncomfortable to this point that now sometimes I just choose to sit out in the lobby and wait for my husband because they don't make you feel warm. They don't make you feel good.
Mm-hmm. Yetha, you hearing that, and Chris, I know he goes to the Vita unit. I've seen the background. Gilbert and goes to the Vita. When you hear that, have you experienced that when Chris was doing hemo before he did PD? Did you experience any pushback or anything like that?
At the Vita Center, never. But when we've had unexpected hospital visits, I feel like I have experienced some pushback. And through time, I just learned to become vocal because health is not something that you can play with. It's not a 9 to 5, right? So you have to speak up. But yeah, not at the center, but more so at the hospital.
Mm-hmm. And the question I wanted to ask you, Yetha, was how do you see yourself in that title as caregiver?
Um, it sounds like honest. It sounds funny, right? Because I never expected to be promoted to caregiver. Um, but I mean, this is what you do when you truly love somebody, and you're just caring for a person that you love. So whatever the title is, caregiver, helper, girlfriend, wife, like this is something that you do when you truly love someone.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Chris, before kidney disease changed everything, how would you describe your relationship and your everyday life together with
It was
Yetha?
great. It was great. We were traveling, we were out. In 2022, we went to Aruba. Like we were like hanging out, like doing what we do. I mean, I'm only 34, so I had kidney disease 2 years ago. So even before that, so like around 30, like I said, we were traveling, we were working together, we were building, I bought a home, like we were doing all the things right. I graduated, she graduated. So we were doing all the things right, planting all the pieces. And then it's like somebody came to the board and just knocked it all down. So, but I mean, we were good. We were really good before all this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gilbert, I had to ask you the same question. How
Like you
was
said, we was traveling, man. We was living, man. We was cruising.
Yeah.
doing what we like to do, eating what we like to eat, and then I don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened. We didn't pay attention to the signs, and next thing you know, I was knee deep in this. It was like one thing after another. First they tell me my kidneys. Shoot, a while back my appendix had ruptured.
Damn.
What else? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it just been like one thing after another, and then like right before we went on to a cruise, we got into a car accident, which actually knocked out my vision, because the lady was speeding down the street while we were sitting at the light. She flipped her truck over, and it's like once we got onto the cruise ship, I drank one of those daggone turmeric drinks. Oh, it was good going down, but next thing you know, I lost vision in the left eye.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Wow.
So it was like a
Wow.
trickle down effect. And then
Right.
I suddenly started, like, later down, I started noticing, like, after we got married, I started noticing like the weight in my legs was just heavy. It wasn't as it is now. Thanks to that, I got a lot of the weight, the floors off of me, but it was like I was just getting heavy, but I wasn't fat no more. I was skinny, but I was still heavy in my legs. And the whole time it was just floors slowly building up, and I wasn't noticing that it was my kidneys not getting flushing out the system anymore.
Wow. Wow. Angel, what parts of your old normal do you miss the most?
Traveling freely.
Yeah.
We would just up and go type of people, like whenever we just want to just get up and go. So that's just something that is kind of prevented at this point, but it's okay.
All right. All right. All right. Ethan, what about you? What parts of your old normal do you miss the most?
The freedom to go out to eat anywhere, travel anywhere, stay out late anywhere. This is the freedom, because with peritoneal dialysis, there's no freedom with the machine, because at the end of the day you have to come back and you're connected for however many hours. In his case it's 12 hours, but it's not just him, because it's also me.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that. Was there a moment you realized life had permanently shifted?
I'll let you go first.
When life had permanently shifted. So I got kidney failure. You know, we still didn't believe. We believed it was real, but we kind of just were going with the flow, because once we heard about all this dialysis and peritoneal and kidney failure, we didn't know. Like, I wasn't in the medical field. She wasn't in the medical field. All these terms are new. The lifestyle change is new. So I guess, what do I miss the most?
When it shifted.
When did it shift?
No, I was just asking, was there a moment you realized life had permanently shifted?
Yeah, once I got onto, I guess, hemodialysis, once I started going to the center, because now it's like, oh, now I have to go 3 days out of the week. I have to do 3.5 hours, and I'm just sitting in a chair. Sitting in a chair, you got to bring a book or a laptop or something to keep yourself, up and going. But that's when it really hit me. I was like, oh, this is real. Like, I can't go back to doing everything I wanted to do. I can't go back to eating everything I wanted to do. Like I said, lifestyle change. So I would say when I started hemodialysis, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I ask you, Angel, because I know y'all kind of strapped for time, but was there a moment you realized life had permanently shifted for you, Angel?
Yeah, it was. So everything was like normal all the way up until the end of April, and then he went into the hospital, and I'm gonna say about right after Memorial Day, because he wanted to come home so bad, and they finally were like, he can come home. So we went to this one hospital, and I didn't agree with the hospital for even sending him home. So by a few days later, I want to say about 4 to 5 days after he got home, he ended up going back in the hospital. And that was June. So at this point, I think, what was it, the end of May? It was like the end of May. So maybe it was like May 30th or something around that day. So when we get there, they were just still trying to figure out the whole fluid situation. And they were speaking about his kidneys. And so we're like, wait, what's going on? And they started speaking about dialysis. So then they said he was stage 3. And this is June. Like I said, they said this in June. About I'm not even gonna say, they said this maybe like the 2nd or 3rd week of June, but within a whole week, about 5 to 7 days later, they came back and said he was stage 4 or 5. And we just knew at that point that everything was just put on hold. Like it's gonna be hard to do a lot of things unless we hurry up and do it, or really plan for it. So I mean, it's okay, but we make things work. So
Mm-hmm. How about you, Gilbert? Was there a moment you realized life had permanently shifted for you?
Once they put that catheter in my chest, once they put that thing in my chest, I knew it was real. I knew it was real.
And this is what he's talking about right here. Yeah, this is what I know, Chris. He showed his. I mean, and the thing about it,
Mine's
he showed
taped up
his.
right now, but yeah, once they put that in my chest, I knew it was real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You still have yours in.
Yeah, I didn't get my fistula. Yeah, I get that at the end of the month.
Okay. Angel, how do you feel about that? Where he said he's getting the fistula at the end of the month. I mean, I know that would be a different experience that you're going to be sharing. I'm sure you're going to be sharing on social media from the time of going in and coming out in that whole experience. But do you have any concerns about that fistula surgery? Have you done any research on it?
So with the fistula, yeah, I have looked at it. It's a little concerning because they said it's just so it's easy to, you can mess it up in different ways. Basically, they said it kind of made me nervous to say, like, what does he need to cover it with? Like, we've looked at little sleeves for him to cover it with. When I look at other people, there's people I see with saran wrap over it. It's like I'm just trying to figure out. We haven't gotten completely there, but we're just trying to figure out how that's going to work. But the part with the catheter, I feel like that's more prone to infection.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather him take that out, and we work with the other,
Right.
the fistula.
Well, let me just share my experience. Well, the saran wrap is because they got the lidocaine on it, the cream, to keep it from rubbing off. That's to numb the area before they put the needles in. So that's why that saran wrap is on, because it's preventing the cream from rubbing off. That's one. And behind the scenes, I'm going to send you something, and so you can look at, because I don't know if Gilbert been to vein mapping yet, where they figure out where they're going to put
Not yet.
So this is something I want to send you. It's a chart of the veins, a diagram of the arm and how the large veins are up here. If you go there and they say that Gilbert may have small veins, and they may want to do the surgery in the lower arm, you may want to ask them, can they do it in the upper? But I just want to say, I'm going to send you the chart, because you got some surgeons that will put it up here, start up here because the larger veins are up here, and some surgeons will start down here knowing that these veins are small and the possibility of the fistula not maturing could be at higher risk. So that's when you start seeing they want you to come back to try to lift the vein up or widen it out. So just when I'm gonna see the information, because a lot of people don't know this, and since you told me you was going there, I just want to make sure you're on with the right information, so this doesn't be a persistent problem. You could prevent that from happening, because it's a lot of people that they got multiple accesses, and where they went right here and it didn't work, and then they went here, and then the next thing you know, it's working over here. Well, how is that when you go through 2 sites and you get to the third one? So just a word of advice. But I know y'all pressed for time, and Gilbert, you said you realized that this had permanently shift when you got that catheter put in. Yeah. Have you had a catheter infection? You experienced that or everything? That's great.
Yeah.
And how long have you had the catheter?
what is a couple months now?
Since about the end of June.
Yeah.
So you just started.
Yeah, I just started. Yep.
Wow. And Angel, for you to be on it like that with the advocacy is amazing, because many people would probably still feel like shocked and trying to make it through. Do you ever feel that way, Angel, like overwhelmed with what's going on?
Sometimes, I mean, there are those moments, but I'm like, we got to get through it. So if we don't get through it, then I mean, what else are we gonna do? So we got to find a way to get through it. So like that's why I started the journey page, so that one, we could get through it. He would listen, and then people would stop asking me how he's doing. But with that, I really didn't think it was gonna take off to the point where people were all paying attention from all walks of life and were asking questions. That that was very different, and I just didn't realize people were interested in that.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a big community out here that is, I mean, even what Chris and Yetha do daily and sharing his PD journey, hooking up and everything, because you have people that's getting ready to start this journey that may not know about PD,
Yeah.
and they getting pushed toward in center, and and they got a job and not knowing what to do next. So and I know you pressed for time again, I said, and it's like 5:41. Let me ask you this one last question.
Mhm.
How do you keep joy, romance, and normal life in the relationship, even with dialysis always in the background?
Um, just gotta figure out like when to take time for ourselves. Sometimes we on the days that he might not do dialysis, we might go do something, even if it's like just our coffee, like we'll just go get coffee and we'll go watch the sunrise or something like that. Or like personally he goes and like we go to melting pot a lot, like at least like maybe once a week. And we'll just sit there, chit chat, talk it up. He doesn't eat the cheese, it's high in phosphorus.
All
Everything there is
right.
high in phosphorus, like but but yeah, we just, I mean, those are things that we do just to kind of get through it. Um, we kind of repeat different things, but yeah,
So
puts a
do you
smile
feel
on our
this
face.
right? Do you feel the same way, Gilbert? I mean,
Yeah.
okay, same sentiment.
Mhm.
So, what would you want people to know before you go, that's watching this, that their loved one just got hit with this disease? Um, what would words of encouragement or advice would you leave with them, Angel and Gilbert?
You're gonna get through it. You can
Yeah.
definitely get through it, but you got to be a support system for each other because one without the other, it goes both ways. He needs to support just as much as I need to support,
Yeah.
but everybody needs to make sure they're supporting each other. That's number one.
Okay,
But it's not the end, man. It's not the
Yeah.
end. It's not the end.
okay, okay. Well, hey, Angel, Gilbert, thank you so much for taking
No
the time
problem.
and coming on Dialysis in Life. I really appreciate it. And Angel, I'll send you that information to you and Gilbert through DM.
Okay.
And I will continue to share your information, like, and do everything I can to support you on your journey, Gilbert and Angel.
Thanks a
So,
lot.
yeah, thank you so much for
Thank
joining.
you. Nice meeting you
It's
guys.
nice meeting
All right,
y'all.
all right, all
Yeah.
right. Take care.
All right, y'all have a good
All right,
one.
All
all right.
right.
You too. You too. Bye bye. All right, Chris and Yetha, I appreciate. Are y'all strapped for time?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay, okay. So again, thank you for being patient and again coming on. Um, Let me ask you this. Wait a minute. Where's that? I'm sorry. Okay. So peritoneal dialysis at home. How has doing treatment at home changed the atmosphere and rhythm of your household?
I would say, like she said earlier, it's just it just takes up so much time. Like it's so time consuming. Because like she said, if we have to go out, we have to make sure we make it back in enough time to connect, because the later I connect, the later I get off the next day. So if we're connecting at 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock, we won't be off until the afternoon. And then, and once I wake up, you want breakfast. So by the time, I eat breakfast, I get ready, it's like 2 o'clock. So trying to get everything done every single day. Everything is kind of rushed in a way. So that's kind of how the household is.
Mm-hmm. So Ethan, let me ask you, does home now feel like a treatment space, a safe space, or both?
I would say both. Because at the end of the day, when we're out all day, sometimes we just want to be home because that's our safe space, our comfort space. But in the house, we have like dedicated spaces. We have like a medicine room. So we know that room, we go there every night, but that's for that purpose. If we don't have to go in there, the better. But we have medical stuff dedicated in that room. And then as far as the machine, it's on one side of the bed. So that one section is just dedicated to his dialysis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What about you, Chris? Do you think has home now feel like a treatment space, a safe space, or both?
I would say a safe place, because I do peritoneal dialysis every single night. But throughout the day, like I'm normal. Like I feel fine. Some days are better than others, of course. But like it feels like home. Like she said, we have a dedicated spot for our medical room. We have boxes in there, the solutions, pads, syringes, all that stuff is in one room, and we don't have to like even see it if we don't go in that room. So I think it's a safe place. We try to be as normal as possible. We joke around, we laugh. We're still in good spirits. So definitely a safe space.
So what has it taken for you to adjust?
I'll say a lot, because again, doing 12 hours is not easy. Like everything is focused around that. When we're out, we're looking at the time, how long is it going to take us to get from point A to point B? How long are we going to be in, if we go out to eat, how long are we going to be there? Let's make sure we get back in time. And everything is just like focused around dialysis. But when we are out and about, like we're as normal as possible. If people were to see me, they wouldn't even know I'm on peritoneal dialysis, because I'm covered up in regular clothes just like everybody else. So.
Mm-hmm. So I was just listening to what you were saying about being out and then rushing, getting back, and it's centered around that. Have your nurse like taught to you to say that you can adjust that around your time, meaning like not to rush, or do you just have this time focused, where you want to have it done by a certain time? Meaning, can it be where you not put pressure on yourself to rush back and just enjoy your life with Yetha, and y'all enjoy your time and not focus so much on the PD, even though we know that's important, but it's like, you got time to do the treatment, not unless you're working or something like that. Have you ever thought in such a manner like that, to try not to put too much pressure on yourself to do treatment?
Yeah. So I wouldn't say I feel pressured. It's just, it always is in the back of your head. But like when we're out. Like we don't think about it. It doesn't cross our mind. Like we understand that we know we got to be at a certain time and stuff like that. But when we're out, we're joking, we're laughing, we're going to the places we need to go. And so yeah, I don't feel pressured. But as far as the nurses, you did ask a nurse question. The thing about peritoneal dialysis, they don't really tell you that you're going to be on 12 hours when you start. So once you get off of hemo, you start off like with maybe like 4 hours, and then they kind of test it. Okay, that you're what is called your membrane in your stomach.
Right.
Some people have faster membrane, some people have slower.
Like transporter.
Right. So They start with 4 hours. For me, I went to 6, then 8, then 10, then ended up at 12 because unfortunately my membrane is really slow. So the nurses don't tell you that when you first start. So once you're off hemo, they're like, oh yeah, we got this thing. It's called peritoneal dialysis. You get the freedom to do it at home, this, and that. But yeah, they don't tell you about that piece of how long your dialysis could be.
Hey, thank you for sharing that because I'm a PD nurse and HHD nurse, and I just transitioned in December. But hey, thank you for sharing that because it'll help me when I do education and someone asks me about PD to let them know about the different membranes. I guess we don't want to try to throw so much at someone for it to be confusing, but if it's a way that it could be broken down in terms of how that membrane works, and like you say, because you have low average, high average, and that does determine, excuse me, how many exchanges you do and stuff like that. We had a question. Someone wanted to know if you worked outside of the home.
So no, unfortunately, I don't. So when I first started this, I did work. I started PD, like I said, like it was 8 hours. So I worked around that time. And then I went to 10 and then I went 12. But eventually I got to 12 and it was just a little too overwhelming because I would be committed to this machine for 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you got like doctor's appointments, you got your hospital visits, and then just things like that. So it was just overwhelming. So I wasn't able to work. But so now I am on Social Security. I am on disability now. So yeah, it was just too overwhelming.
Yetha, how has this affected your privacy, sleep, and routine?
As far as my sleep would get interrupted a lot just because he was still trying to adjust to the treatment and the draining and the insomnia that he gets because he's like he doesn't really get good sleep because you have that in the back of your head. You have a catheter hanging on the side of the bed. So when are you really ever fully asleep, enjoying a sleep? So there'd be moments where I would wake up and he would be up and then we would just start talking at 2 a.m. till we go back to sleep. So at the beginning, my sleep was interrupted, but I don't know. Thankfully, I'm the type of person that even if I get a lot of sleep or a little bit of sleep, I'll still be okay throughout the day. But that's how it's affected it.
Yetha, what has been the hardest part of this journey that people may not always see?
That's a good question. Yeah. So the hardest part is our life being put on pause while we see everybody living their life, enjoying new beginnings, new chapters, whether it's traveling out the country, purchasing something, just seeing that, I feel like, that's put our life on pause. And I could dwell on it a lot to the point that it'll make me go crazy and sad, or I could just look at it as like, this is just a chapter in our story. And then once we finish this chapter, we're going to be living exactly what everybody was living, but 10 times better.
Yep.
What about you, Chris? What has been the hardest part of this journey that people may not always see? I mean, is it the physical toll, the mental load, or both?
A little bit of both, but I would say the hardest part is pretending to be normal, I guess you could say, because we're going through all this 12 hours, drain pain, doctor's appointments, this, that. But when people come and see me, hey Chris, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine, I'm good. How you doing? Yada yada yada, joke it up, whatever. Like, because again, I'm gonna act as normal as possible. I'm not the type to walk around, mope around, and but it does take a toll for sure. Like we have our good days and bad days. Like eventually those days add up and then we'll not crash, but we'll be like, damn, like cry almost. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes we cry, but just trying to be as normal as possible. When people see me, hey Chris, how you doing? Oh, I'm good, yada, yada, yada. and they go on about their life, like, you know, and I'm going on about mine. So again, just the hardest part is acting normal, being normal amongst everybody. So I think that's the hardest part.
Mm-hmm. Chris, what do people often misunderstand?
What do people often misunderstand? Hmm.
When it comes to the hardest part of your journey that people may not see, what do people you think, like your friends or relatives,
Mhm.
often misunderstand?
That I'm okay. It's
Mm,
like, again, like I
wow.
said, I'm just gonna act like I'm okay. I'm normal. I'm not the type to mope around. I am okay though. Like I'm fine. But I mean, at the end of the day, who wants to do 12 hours on a machine? Who else? Who wants to go home and has to? Oh yeah, I gotta connect. Oh, who wants to leave the party early? Bye guys. The family function. Bye guys. I gotta go because I gotta connect. So, and yeah, my feet as well. Like, so I have neuropathy, which was a symptom of the kidney failure.
Wow.
Yeah, and just again, just acting normal. People think, you know, I'm all right. They see me out there, out and about. They think everything's fine, and just, but yeah, that's what I would say.
So Chris, when you're doing those lives or when
Mhm.
you're doing any type of education, what do you wish more people asked you?
What do I wish more people ask me? Honestly, I'm an open book, so I don't mind what they ask me at all. What do I wish they would ask me more?
Mhm. Not how you got it.
I mean, yeah, the first thing they always ask me, "Hey, Chris, how you got kidney failure?" That's what everybody asks. Honestly, I don't have a specific question that they would ask because I'm just gonna go about it. Like if somebody asks me whatever they want to ask me, again, open book. I don't mind. I don't really have a specific question that I would want them to ask me, but I'm an open book. They can ask me anything.
Okay. Yetha, what has it felt like to watch the person you love go through such major physical and emotional changes?
It's been hard. It's been hard because I feel like I had to grow up even faster. Like usually like people that I don't know anybody personally that has gone through dialysis, but from what you see and what you research, you look at older people going through this, older people being caregivers, right? You never think that a 28-year-old is going to be a caregiver for a 34-year-old or 32 years old when it started. So, you know.
Wow.
Mhm.
How do you stay strong when you feel helpless?
Always pray. I think that with this whole disease it's definitely brought us closer to God, me too personally. And I always just try to stick to my own lane. Like if this is something that I want to accomplish and do, you know, I just have to go out and do it. Ultimately still being supportive to Christopher, being there when he needs me, even when he doesn't need me. I know he'll need me, just always making sure I'm there.
Hmm. Now, how has, I'm sorry, what has surprised you most about caregiving?
That we don't get paid for this. We don't get paid for that.
Right.
But it's just like when you think of caregiving, you think maybe somebody's clocking in and out. But no, this is like a forever thing. Like
24/7.
even when you're sleeping, you're still somewhat being a caregiver because you wake up and something's wrong with the machine. You know, you have to go get up and fix it, or something is not draining properly. You know, you have to fix that as well. Um, but care like and being a caregiver has no age. Like it doesn't matter how old you are, what the condition is. Like there's no book. There is
Mm,
no book.
right. Now, how has this changed your definition of love?
Um, it's let me know like what true love is, because to be with somebody, even though right now we're not married, but to be with somebody who is going through health issues, right? When most people can easily just, okay, I don't want to deal with this. I want to go and live my life and do whatever it is that I want to accomplish. Like that, just being here with him, because we knew each other before this disease and we were already planning a life together. So like that's it. Like we're locked in.
Right. Lost my question. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, how do you both handle the emotional weight of living with a chronic illness that affects nearly every part of your life?
Emotionally, again, not that I feel fine because of course, like I'm going through dialysis or whatever, but it's not as hard, I feel like, as people think for us. This our specific, routine and stuff like that. Like luckily for me, I only have kidney failure. Like most people that have kidney failure have diabetes or they have this or they have that, high blood pressure. Like, I'm luckily we've been pretty good. Like I'm able to go out, be as normal as possible. So it could be a lot worse. So we just take our good days and we just, like she said, we're locked in and we just thug it out. We thug it out on the good days, thug it out on the bad days. So I'm just blessed that, I don't have diabetes. I don't have all these other complications. We're like good, as good as you can. So for me, doctors tell me I'm as healthy as somebody can be with kidney failure. Like everything else is good. Like I went to get a stress test not too long ago. Heart is good to go. So like thank God I'm okay.
What about you, Yetha?
What was the question again?
Can you repeat the question? It was
how do you both handle the emotional weight of living with a chronic illness that affects nearly every part of your life?
Yeah, I think having a good support system. So whether it be his side of the family or my side of the family, when they step in to come take over and I can spend time with my family, being able to talk to my family about how I feel or what's going on, that's been, it's been a blessing. So just having a good support system, and not just between us, because this is more than just us, right? It's the families that are involved, the community that he's building on social media, spreading the word, but just having a good foundation, and that's the biggest support that you can have.
And you pretty much lead me into my next question, and I'm sure you'll probably answer it how you just did this last one. What helps when the stress starts building?
Okay, so what helps? Being around family, like visitors. We love visitors. When people come, my aunts come, well, my uncles come, my cousins come, like her family comes. Like having those people come, being around those people, being around family, I feel like that definitely takes the stress off because we can talk about what's going on, and just again, just being around them just makes me and her just so happy. Like we love visitors, we love hanging out. We love, we'll play games, we'll go to the pool, we'll go on walks, like whatever it is, like just having that support system, it's being around them is just so much fun.
So Yetha, you had mentioned earlier about this has brought you more closer spiritually. So for you, do you lean on faith, humor, family, or each other when it comes to dealing with this on the emotional side of it?
Definitely faith and family. Because faith, because it gives me comfort in knowing that ultimately the decision is in his hands, the hands of God. Not the decision isn't on what the doctors tell us, right? Or what we think it is based on what our research is. So just having the faith to know that everything is gonna be good, it's gonna turn out good in the end. And then family, because we need prayer warriors, right? And our family is our biggest supporter, and they'll spread the word just as fast. If I need anything, if they want to help, if they want to come and visit, they'll definitely be here.
Chris, we had a question for you. Philly Weaves Queen want to know how many days do you do treatment?
So I do treatment every single day for 12 hours.
Wow, that's almost. Do you look at that almost like a job?
Yeah, it's a full-time job basically. How I break it down is, think about 12 hours, right? So in 2 days, I would do 24 hours. So in 2 days, I'm connected to my machine for a whole day. So yeah, that's kind of how I see it.
Mm. So, Chris, how do you know when Yetha needs extra support? Do you get a feeling, or is it something that you may feel when she's getting stressed because of the situation? How do you know?
When she starts getting attitude. She'll start getting a little attitude. She'll start throwing little jabs here and there. Like I started to say, okay, all right, you need to go to your house. I'm gonna call my mom. I'm gonna call my aunt. Come. Ethan needs a little break. So,
What about you, Yetha? How do you know when one of you need extra support?
Definitely when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I feel overwhelmed with everything that's going on, not just health wise, emotionally, finances. Sometimes I'll have an attitude. I'm not going to deny it, but that's just like the buildup. Like that's just, I'm tired, right? And somebody else needs to step in because I don't want to be the only one being the only one, right? A lot of people need to be more involved, but that's when I realize, like, when I feel that way, then it's okay. I need to go to my house. I need to spend time with my dog. I need to cuddle my dog, smell her, whatever, get those endorphins, and then come back.
Before I ask my next question, I just want to say, and I don't know both of you from a can of paint. We met, social media. You agreed to come on here, and again, I appreciate you because I know when y'all do the lives, there's a lot of people on there asking questions, saying this, and you don't know who from who. But what I want to say to you, Yetha, is, and I sincerely mean this, I admire what you're doing. I really do. Because like I said, I don't know you two, but the fact you shared that you were 28 and Chris is older than you, and we know the stigma today when it comes with younger women, older guys, and for you to stand right there in the paint with Chris while he's going through it, that says a lot about you, not only as a woman, but as a person, because many women that's in your situation, I mean, we all see you're a beautiful woman, respectfully, and you could probably go out and meet anyone you want and not have to deal with this situation. But the fact that you're here and you're with Chris and you're helping them, and even though you need time to get away, because caregivers do, because you don't want to get burnout and have any animosity, just the fact that alone just shows the type of person you are. And I commend you, seriously. You're a stand-up woman. Not only that, but a human being for standing here. Because I've interviewed many people who said, or seen comments that said their spouse or their girlfriend left them because they couldn't deal with the situation, because it can be overwhelming. Let's not get it twisted. And so again, I commend you, seriously.
Thank you.
And you could be a beacon for other couples who may be in this situation and don't know what to do or where to turn, and ask you, well, how did you do it? And so that's something that can add value into someone's life. And so that kind of gives me to my next question. How has caregiving changed the way you communicate, make decisions, and support one another day to day, even when you know you're not married?
Repeat the question again. It was a long
Oh,
one.
oh no. I said, how has caregiving changed the way you communicate,
Mhm.
make decisions, and support one another day to day?
So I feel like when it comes to making decisions, we can't just make decisions just based on me or based on him. We have to really come together and decide whether or not if we're going to spend money on going on this trip, if it's even worth it, or if we have any insurance or bills that we need to pay. So I feel like it's like it's made us more of like adults, right? Because like I feel like we're still at the age where we could risk it all, go out to eat, go on an adventure and not worry. We don't have any children, so we don't have anybody depending on us. But now whatever decision we make, big or small, like we just have to decide, both of us, involve the family if we need to, and see if it makes sense. It's definitely allowed us to grow up a lot faster, because sometimes the decisions that we make are health related, right? And that's not something you take lightly.
Mm-hmm. Chris, since you've been hit with kidney disease, have you had to learn a new way to talk to Ether, or vice versa? Have y'all had to learn a new way to talk to each other since this?
I would say no. So I'll bring it back to when we first met. Like before we started our relationship, we were great friends. Like great friends. We would talk about everything. She would tell me about dates that she went on. I would tell her about girls that I was talking to. Like we were legit friends. Like legit, like whatever. Like we didn't care because as a friend, you tell them everything. Who cares? Like
Right.
you don't hide anything. So eventually, we ended up becoming a couple, and it's still the same thing. She's still like my best friend. Like we say everything, we stay communicative. That's the word. But yeah, like it's comfortable. We could talk about finances. We could talk about going out. Like everything between us is an open book. We stay communicative. But yeah, I feel like it hasn't changed. We just dealing with it and moving forward one step at a time, and everything's on the table. Like we don't hide anything from each other. Literally nothing.
So, how do you handle disagreements when stress is high?
Disagreements. How do we
we
disagree?
we disagree sometimes, but
Yeah.
we just learn that we just have to talk it out, right?
Mhm.
Talk it out and slow down.
True. Yeah.
Because sometimes when we get all worked up, right, it just adds on more emotion to it. So I think one thing we're good at is we're good at communicating, whether we agree on something or we disagree. We take the time to talk it through and ultimately come to a decision, whether we agree on it or not. Just we move forward.
Mhm.
Right. Now, Chris, we see you, and I'm sure you probably be going live tonight again, right?
Well,
But yeah, on your advocacy, and we see you going live, how has this journey changed the way you speak up in medical settings and social media to advocate for better care?
So I would say honestly, this is brand new to me. So I was never the type to record or take pictures or go on live. Like that wasn't my thing. Like that was not my thing. That was Etha's thing, and she kind of like brought me to it. She was like, "You should go on live. You should do this. You should do this." And I was like, "No, no." It was like back and forth for a while. Like we wouldn't argue, but we'd be back. No, no, no. And then one day I just, you know what? Let's just do it. And the first day we did it, we had like 300 viewers on TikTok. Like a whole bunch of comments, asking questions. I was like, whoa, it was like, wow. I expected like maybe 3 or 4 live, viewers, or like very low numbers, but we had a lot of numbers. So just seeing that kind of helps me just keep on going. And as far as advocacy, I push to advocate for yourself strongly, because the doctors in DaVita, or sorry to name drop, but the doctors in the hospitals, this, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of treat you like general. Like if something is wrong, this is what they give you, and they push you on, like boom, 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 kind of treat you. If you don't step up and say something, oh, I don't take that medicine because XYZ. Oh, I don't think that's going to be good for me. Like you have to know your body. You know your body the most. So you have to advocate. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to take this pill or take that pill. Like you really have to advocate for yourself, and that's what I push as hard as I can, really. But yeah. And
So you probably answered this question, but Chris, what advice would you give others who feel afraid to speak up?
Do it. You have to. I mean, you just have to speak up. You just have to. You have to. You have to. You have to. And at first, I wasn't much of the one that speaks up. Etha speaks up more than me. Honestly, she'd be like on top of it. She's always on top of the nurses. What's this? What's that? No, this don't make sense. Like, she is on it. You think about it, she's gonna say it. She does not close her mouth for nothing. In a good way, of course, right? Because I'm more of the laid back. I'm I'm okay, and she's more of the like. She's feisty, man. She's feisty. So, but yeah, definitely speak up.
Etha, why is self-advocacy so important in dialysis care?
It's so important because similar to what he was saying, like right now, like unfortunately, you just may be another patient to whoever it is that's helping you, right? So they don't understand, the root of what's wrong with you, or what medications it is that you take or you don't take, or why you need to do a certain exercise and not the other. So I think it's just speaking up for yourself. If you don't have somebody, if you don't want to speak up, have somebody that will speak up for you, just to make sure you understand basically what the care process is, what it is that they're going to do, what the treatment is like, just so you have all your ducks in a row.
Chris, let me ask you this. What do you need most from Etha on the days your energy is low or your body feels limited?
Yeah, that's funny. That actually happened the other day. So the other day I actually had to do my adequacy test. So I drained a lot. So my body was dehydrated. I was tired, all that good stuff. What I need for her the most is to know that I'm going to be okay. That's the one thing, because she's always on top of it. What's this? What's this? What's this? Like, all I need is to just lay down and I'm going to be okay. Because sometimes she overthinks, and like it kind of makes it a little bit worse. But sometimes I do have low energy. Sometimes I am dehydrated, but I'm okay. Like I understand my body. I know when I have to sit down. I know when I have to lay down. So just telling her I'm going to be okay is the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, on that video when I was going to get the catheter taken out, she was looking at, she said, low energy.
Yes.
I just thought that was funny. But I lost my course. I swear, man, I gotta get some glasses. Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Oh, so I was going to. I asked you about the days. How do the days your energy is low and your body feels limited? What does it look like from Etha? So, but would you also say patience, encouragement, or space, or something else? Would you say that that could be some of your needs?
Yes, definitely, for sure. Patience, one, like, because sometimes even though if I have low energy or I'm dehydrated, there's days where we have to get things done regardless. So just having the patience of me even getting out the car. Sometimes I have to get out the car slower. Again, with neuropathy in my feet, I can't walk normally, like, or as fast as I would like. So there's sometimes that, I just need that patience, that understanding, which she is great at it. She understands, like, as long as I'm vocal and I tell her what's going on, she'll understand, and she'll give me the patience, and she'll give me the time and all that stuff. So.
Wow. What time do y'all normally go live each night? Because I know y'all go live and then you kind of waiting. What are you waiting for when you're sitting there? Are you waiting for the viewership to go up, or is there like a particular time that you actually start? Because the other night you was on, you said, okay, we got 10 minutes and we got 5 more minutes. So what are we actually waiting for when you go through that sequence?
Yeah, so we usually start around 8:30, 9 o'clock ish. What am I waiting for? Just people to come in, like you said, the viewership to increase a little bit. And sometimes during that time, I like to get some questions answered because they hit me with questions as soon as they hop on. What is this? What's going on? You have kidney failure? Because while I'm starting, I'm telling them, hey, this is the live. I have kidney failure. I'm going through peritoneal dialysis. I do 12 hours. So it gets them to start asking questions. So during that like 30-minute block when I first start, I'm answering questions. And then by like 9 o'clock is when I kind of actually start the process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What about you, Yetha? Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I'm glad that he's doing this and he's getting the word out there. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why he's wanting to start this now rather than earlier on in the journey. But I'll just be as supportive because social media is my thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, I know we've been on for a minute, like 90 minutes, and I know y'all got to get ready for your show. But one final question I want to ask: what advice would you give to couples who are just beginning this journey and may feel scared or unprepared? What would you tell them to focus on? Let's start with you, Yetha, first, and then Chris.
I would tell them to focus on the foundation of like their relationship, right? Because this is not something that's going to be done in a year or two. We never know how long it's going to take. And just knowing that, and obviously praying that everything is going to work out to the best of its ability, and just having a strong foundation is what I would just suggest for anybody that's starting this process. Know who your circle is, know who you could reach out to, or know if you can call somebody at a certain time and they'll show up. Make sure you just have those people around you.
Mm-hmm. Chris, what would you tell them to focus on first for couples who are just beginning this journey and may feel scared or unprepared?
Stay positive. Keep moving forward one day at a time. Again, like you said, it's not going to be over in a year or 2 years or whatever. I mean, we would love it to be over, but just stay positive, have a strong foundation, bring the family in, let you know you need time, things like that. But just being positive, you have to have a positive mind, because if you start being negative and this and that, you'll start bickering, you'll start fighting. You don't want that. So definitely staying positive, one foot in front of the other, take it day by day. Don't be too hard on yourself, because again, sometimes it's not your fault you got kidney failure. Like, you just roll with the punches and just stay as positive as can be.
Chris, what should people not ignore?
The dehydration that comes with peritoneal dialysis. I mean, that was super specific, but definitely the dehydration, because once it was happening to me, like it began, I actually fainted twice. Like I dropped twice, and I was like, the first time it happened, I was home alone by myself. I didn't tell Etha until she came home. She was like, "You what?" But that dehydration is no joke, because your body is weak. You're tired. If you get up too fast, that's exactly what happens. So be careful. If you're on peritoneal dialysis, you will be dehydrated those days. So, yeah.
Yetha, one last question for you. What do you wish someone had told you about this whole journey that you're involved with now?
I wish. I don't know. Maybe like I wish they told me that it wasn't gonna be it's not gonna.
That's quick.
Yeah, like this is not a short-term thing. Like this is a long-term thing. Like even though he's on dialysis right now, right? Once he gets his kidney, that's not a cure, right? That's another treatment, because you have to make sure you're taking your medications, right? And some medications can lead to other complications. So Just knowing that, you know, don't expect to close your eyes and open your eyes and have this be over and you're back to your normal life. This is a long-term thing, and I'm in it because I genuinely, I love Christopher, and I know we have a future together. So just knowing that, you know, you love your partner and you guys can get through it, and at the end of the day you're gonna enjoy life together. That's ultimately the biggest blessing.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. This has been a real powerful conversation. I'm actually going to do a part two because there's other people that I met today that's dealing with this. Two other couples. I mean, this is crazy, but y'all are more than welcome to return. If something like Chris get a kidney or
Mhm.
whatever, please, you know, stay in contact with us. I mean, I'll probably be on your live tonight, you know, listening and seeing everything. Because, I mean, this is not all I know, but I've been dealing with this nearly 41 years, working in dialysis, first as a technician for 10 years, and then patient encouraged me to go to nursing school, and that's what I did. And I've been a nurse for uh, 31 years. Um, so yeah, thank you. But everyone, today we heard from two couples who are showing us that caregiving is not always quiet and is never simple, but it is rooted in love, patience, sacrifice, and a commitment to keep going together. To Angel and Gilbert Hall, and to Yetha and Chris, thank you so much for sharing your truth, your lessons, and your strength with us today. Your stories definitely remind us that dialysis affects more than the body. It changes relationships, routines, and emotions, but it can also reveal resilience, deeper connections, and a love that refuses to give up. So again, thank both of you for coming on. Any last words? I'd like to say any last words you want to say to your family, to people watching, to your community, anything you want to say, and where can people find you to see your program of you connecting and sharing your experience with PD?
Yeah, so I first of all I want to thank you, just like you thanked us. Thank you for having us. We were more happy to be on again. If you invite us again, you know, again, thank you so much. But as far as everything else, you can find us on TikTok, which is crazy for me to say because I was not a TikTok type of person. I was not like that, but the viewership on there is great. The community on there is great. But yes, you can find us on TikTok at Chris Needs a Bean. All together, Chris Needs a Bean.
Oh, let me put that up there right quick. Oh, you can continue.
Yeah, so yeah, Chris Needs a Bean. You'll find me on there. I'm there. There's videos on there about my daily life, and then we go on live every single night. So
Is
again,
that it right there?
Chris Needs a Bean. Perfect. Yep, that's perfect. But yeah, we're on live every single night. Again, since my treatment is every single night, we're on there every single night, showing you guys how PD works, how I set up, all that good stuff. But yeah, send me a message, guys. Reach out to me. I'm an open book. You know, if you want to follow my journey, you want to talk to me, you have a question, feel free to follow me there.
Ethan, anything you want to say before leaving?
Yeah, just thank you to the family and friends that tuned in, and thank you for all the support, and thank you, Steve, for giving us this platform.
Again, thank both of you for coming, and we'll definitely see you soon. So again, thank you so much. Take care, Chris. Hey, I'm rooting for you, and look, if y'all put out content like other than, I know you go live, but you know, your day to day, or you share something, I definitely repost and share. I just want to let you know that. Absolutely.
Thank you.
So again, thank you for coming in, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Steve. See you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
All right. Everyone, this has been an awesome show. I want to thank everyone that tuned in. We got Lisa Baxter in the house. Other Lisa Baxter Show, giving you the 411 in the kidney world. What's up, Lisa? What's up? We got Lisa Baxter here. Justin. That's Malay. That must be Chris' brother. Hey, thank you for joining, Soldier. We appreciate you. And thank you for showing up support for your peoples. We got Rita. Thank you for showing up. And Philly Queen Weave, or Philly Weave's Queen, thank you. And everyone else who tuned in. Hey, this has been Dialysis in Life with Steve the Kidney Nurse. I'm Steve the Kidney Nurse, and I want to remind you, advocate for yourself, support the people you love, and keep living fully, even through the unexpected. Until next time, take care of yourselves. You can also see us on Steve the Kidney Nurse YouTube channel, Facebook page for more powerful conversations, real stories, and kidney awareness content. And again, until next time, take care, stay strong, and keep showing up for your health and for your heart. Let me see, I got 2 more comments. Hey, that's right, Lisa, that's right. Until next time, and don't forget to subscribe to the page. All right? Until next time, stay blessed and encouraged. This your boy Steve the Kidney Nurse. Peace.
Steve on the mic, yeah, the nurse got skill, break it down smooth, keep the whole squad chill, talking about kidneys, yeah, we keep them on track. If your number's off balance, he gon' bring them right back. Got the wisdom on deck, no stress, just facts, hydration, motivation every time he reacts. From the clinic hallway to your podcast feed, dropping gems so fresh, yeah, that's all you need. Steve the Kidney Nurse, yeah, you know the name, keep your body in check, yeah, we play no games, real talk, real health, yeah, we keep it pure. Tap in right now, Steve the Kidney Nurse, yeah. The Kidney Nurse, yeah.